Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
Tell us who's on here.
Yeah.
Carolina Outdoor Solutions. Good evening. How's it going? We're doing pretty good. Can't complain. Maybe we can complain a little bit. A lot of people are being cheap this year, not signing up for any extra services, but it is what it is. My brother will be right back. Come on, Jim. We got a couple people.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. First live stream in a while.
Yeah, how long has it been?
Over a month again.
Probably longer than that.
Yeah.
The purpose of this live is
talk about
pricing and
people being cheap,
side jobs, and getting outbid.
Yeah.
I've been getting outbid quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's all the new companies coming in and just chopping the price in like half.
Yeah. So we'll wait for a few more people to come on, and then we'll talk about our experiences. And then we like to hear from all of you guys if anybody else has been seeing a similar trend this year. But in the meantime, I guess we could talk about some of our videos that have come out real quick. We're still hey, Luna's joining us. We're still wrapping up the bulk of our mulch season right now. So you guys have been seeing a few mulching videos going on. We did that one the other day with the mulch pile being dumped on the ground. Right? You want to tell them about that a little bit?
About the job?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just don't like working off the ground with mulch. If you guys have been watching the videos, it's just added labor, added stress to your lower back and shoulders, picking it up off the ground versus working right out of the truck. But he said many people that are weekly last year are wanting to go to bi-weekly due to money. Same thing here. We have quite a few people that are doing it themselves, and we're just doing the spring and fall cleanups for them because they want to do it. They want it bi-weekly to save money, or they want us to do it even more than that, every 3 weeks, and we don't do that. We schedule everything weekly, take it or leave it. We're having good luck with it. We lost quite a bit of clients, but with our price increases, we have made up for it.
Yeah, for sure. And we've been seeing over and over again, though, the bi-weekly, people asking if we would do it bi-weekly. They want to save money. That's a few things we can talk about tonight at some point, is what we look for going into an estimate so that we don't waste as much of our time as necessary. We can look for some keywords and some stuff right off the bat to kind of weed out the people who are floating and looking for a cheap quote. They're just kind of, you're one number out of 40 for them. So they don't really care about you. They're just looking to get the cheapest price possible. But we can talk a little bit about that in a little bit. Let's read some of these comments. You just read that one.
Good evening, Brown Award.
Okay. Good evening, guys. Custom care, property service, and landscaping here. Yeah, it's a shame how people can be so cheap when it comes to a bidding war. I know all too well.
Yeah, we've lost. We're not even talking. I mean, we probably have done over 40 weekly lawn estimates, and they're just getting people that are $5 cheaper, $2 cheaper, $10 cheaper. It is what it is.
Yeah.
We don't sell ourselves short. We are not cheap, but one of our clients is on here who we just worked for.
Oh yeah.
Will down low. Go cheap, get cheap. Exactly. I mean, if you want something done twice, hire the guy that's cheaper.
Yeah.
There's a lot of companies in our area that are high up in the price world, and they're in the same spot we're in. That they're getting underbid by all the new guys. The new guys don't have insurance. And the second they put a rock through your window, they're taking off.
Yeah.
People are loving the wall you did for me. That's awesome. That was
in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in one of our videos. Yeah.
But thank you for your business once again. We work.
Yeah.
I think Dad was at the neighbor today doing the weekly lawn maintenance.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. We're bidding out.
We've bid out a few walls so far.
Walls and patios, and just people are coming in and cutting the price in half.
Yeah, and not even that too. We've had a few instances where we bid a wall or a big project like that, and we asked them kindly to let us know either way. You know, like yay or nay if you're not going to go with it, just that we know for our scheduling sake. And we've had a few people so far not even answer us, or we've had to follow up and just say, hey, did you make sure you got it? Let us know what you think, so forth. And they have just completely blown us off, which is just disrespect. And
I mean, if we'll turn right here. We use this whiteboard. There's
a few on there.
That's from a retaining wall we priced out the other day. We use that quite a bit just to jot down some notes. And we priced out a really, really large patio and a large front step project. Between driving to the client's house more than once, working up all the prices, we had over 2.5 hours invested in drive time, thinking about it, measuring the heights, getting the dimensions, figuring out all the materials, and just didn't answer us.
Yeah.
It was just, I mean, you could at least let us know that you're not going to go with us after we put all the time in to figure out an estimate, or you're going to push it off. It's no problem. But and then we had to send the message 3 times. He finally answered. That was way more than they expected. But
yeah,
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I think part of it is we'll read some of these comments too. I know part of it is that people don't realize that this is a small business and that our time is valuable. All the work we do is valuable. You know, like we're not Walmart or some giant corporation like that where if one job gets missed or a few jobs get missed or something gets messed up, it's no big deal. I mean, it impacts us because we rely on the business.
Jonathan said, I agree with you on that. I love the videos. How many lawns did you guys do on Mondays? Is it a shorter day with less lawns to do? Our Mondays are, we do 2 out of town. So our dad does the lawn route for us. He does like the 80% of all of it. And then one day we'll jump in a week and help him finish them up because we're busy on side work. Mondays are 10 or 11 properties between 2 towns, and they're larger acre to acre and a half properties. So he knocked them out today. Took him around 9 hours, I think, 7 to 4.
Yeah.
He was able to get the 11.
How many miles of driving is it? Again, was it 50?
No, it's not that many. No. It's a little bit spaced out, but the properties are bigger, so it's worth it to only do 10 properties in a day, where we can knock out 30 to 35 quarter acre properties in a different day. The guy he knows says he's slower than usual this year with construction because people are uncertain with what's going to happen with the economy. That's pretty much bingo. That's right.
Yeah.
That's it. You nailed it right on the head with that one. But people are just, you got the bags of mulch at the people's houses we service, and they're mulching it on the weekends. Some people have 15 yards of mulch and they're doing like 2 yards a weekend just to get it.
Yeah.
They're doing their own cleanups and just trying to hire us just for lawn maintenance, and we want the full service.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. Some of these clients we've had forever. We have 70 loyal clients that we've had for over, some of them have been over 10 years. I started in 2008, so I've had some of these people for 15 years.
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean, time's flying, but I don't know. We'll see what happens with the economy. We need something to happen.
Good. People need to start spending money again. I feel like people are getting to a point of just hanging on to every dollar. I mean, I get saving money and stuff. Yeah, we like to save money too. It's just been disappointing so far. Some of these estimates that we have been doing, like we're talking about here.
I'm gonna read Christopher's comment.
Yeah, Christopher says, don't give up. Usually cheaper isn't better. And I've had jobs come back to me after the company that got the bid can't handle it. Yep, we've had a few of those too. They try to go with someone cheaper and then they say, didn't really work out. So can you guys do it?
And when people do that, it just it twists my skin a little bit.
Yeah.
When they try to get the price half off and they end up coming back, part of me wants to raise the price even higher, and part of me wants to
told yourself.
get the work and just be done with it.
Yeah.
And keep our ego to ourselves a little bit. But
yeah.
I mean, we're having lawn prices where our minimum is $50 just to show up, just to open the trailer to be profitable.
Yeah.
Is $50. And some people are trying to negotiate. Would you do it for 30? Like, no, I just told you our minimum is 50.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for 30. You don't negotiate when you go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
You're not at the cash register with all your groceries out saying, hey, would you take 105 instead of 120? You don't negotiate your Wi-Fi bill.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't negotiate your car insurance. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
We have contracts in place for all of our clients and credit cards on file for everyone. And we're just not letting people dictate like when we come to their house and when we don't. They signed a contract for us to come weekly. We're going to be there weekly.
It says it on our contract.
Yeah.
Specifically, it says you're agreeing to a weekly service regardless if you cancel. You will be charged because you're on our schedule. You're taking up a spot of somebody else who could be on our schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing. It's like if you get your cable provider, you don't pay for the 2 channels that you might watch out of the 500 that are on there. You pay for all of them.
Yeah, you're not exactly.
So even if you don't use them, you get charged for it.
Lawn Boy checking in. Good evening, Lawn Boy. Hope your season's off to a good start. This whole video is not about negativity. And we're having a really good season so far. It's just, it's weird compared to last year where we had a lot more side work last year.
Yeah.
This year, I mean, the side work is thinning out already. We've got quite a bit of stuff done already, but it's thinning out.
Speaking of side work too, we have a different type of side work that's coming up in a video. We won't tell you what it is, but something that's going to keep us busy for a little bit.
Has a lady that has a landlord wanted me to quote mowing, cleanups, hedge trimming for 6 properties. The properties are nowhere near each other. Gave her great prices, no response. Like that
reminds me of the parking lots.
That just stinks.
Yeah.
We had a similar situation where we had one company with 10 properties / parking lots. It was grass, mulch, blowing the parking lots off, and we adjusted the price. Took a while to draw up the quotes for all 10 properties and just nothing. It's been 5 months. We haven't heard anything, and Joe Schmo from down the road is there with a push mower doing it.
Yeah.
The second that push mower blows up, they'll probably be calling us back. So,
but yeah, email, text, or calls. Good thing is the last thing people want to do is cut grass. That, and it seems like mulching seems to be a big hassle for people.
Yeah. I mean, we see people get mulch, 10-yard pile of mulch dumped in their driveway, and or Home Depot delivers 4.5 yards, I think, comes on a pallet. It's like 65 bags. And they take 3 weekends to do it when they could have just not hired us, but hired a company in general to mulch instead of spending 4 weekends, spending 8 days total to mulch your house.
Yeah.
Some people like outdoor work. That's great. We have a guy that lives down the street from us. He looks like he's 85 and he push mows his lawn like 3 times a week, but good for him.
Yeah, some people like doing it.
But some people are out to just save $1.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wasted over 5 hours on it. Yeah, just wasted time. It's thinking, what else could you have done with that time? And that's where it really gets under our skin. When
it is part of the business, though.
Yeah,
I mean, to get the estimate, to be able to put a bid in, it has to be, you have to almost do a free estimate, depending on, of course, if it's a massive, massive project, then it's going to take you hours and hours and hours. So, but yeah, you kind of have to do a free estimate, and it's something to expect. But that's something that I do want to talk about here in a little bit is more of the strategy of avoiding those estimates altogether sometimes if you can, that are just you right off the bat that you know you got no shot getting. But anyways, Boy said
it's going. Ours is going too. We've had good weather, not too much rain, which is hopefully not going to kill us in July when the lawns start to dry out a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with the weather. It's dry here.
Yep.
What's up, guys? Just wrapped up gas piping a house. Cool. Thanks for tuning in. I think you're
drop where you're from, Jack. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think we've seen.
And we haven't done a live in a while too, so
we could be forgetting.
Yeah. Yep. Stick to your numbers. That's what I firmly believe in. We have our price for everything. We have a spreadsheet. I mean, probably as wide as the whole screen you guys are seeing, based upon square footage, pricing out a lawn, pricing out mulching, river rock, pavers, retaining walls, you name it. We have a price set based upon the size, I guess, and then we'll price it by the job once we see the actual job in person. But some people are just chopping our prices in half, and I mean, they're not going to make any money
doing it. Yeah, I do not understand how some of these. It's going to be a cycle of what it has been.
It's always a cycle.
We didn't see. I feel like we didn't see as many last year, but the year before that, we saw a lot of people doing the same thing, and last year was the year they were quitting. So I feel like this year after, we're going to see people quitting next year.
It's the cycle every year because you go to the winter and it's like landscaping equipment for sale, and then you recognize the truck, and unfortunately, those are the $30 lawn cut guys that their expenses cost more than what they actually made, and they don't realize it till December.
Yeah.
And then they're running their numbers and realize they didn't really make anything, and then they say, "Oh, this might not be for me."
Yeah.
Which we want people to make it in the business. It's just you can just see, that they don't have. If they have insurance, then they're not charging enough. They're not going to have enough to cover their expenses. Cheap people use your quotes as a way to lowball other people. Exactly. They're just trying to gauge off of what we're going to charge and then see what they can get the price down to by calling a bunch of people after that. Carolina says, the good thing is there's still a lot of customers who want to spend their money like it'll burn a hole in their pocket.
Yeah.
We have
a few of them.
We have all the clients that we currently have are not new. We're picking up a few new ones now in the past week or two, but they're all returning customers that have been with us for 5 years to 10 years. And like we said, some of them have been with us for 15 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they don't care. They just want the job done, so they don't have to do it. They don't care if we come on Monday or if we come on Friday to do the lawn. They don't care when the mulch gets done. They want the leaves done. They don't care what day week. They just want it done. And so they don't have to look at it or even think about it.
Yeah.
And they spend money and they don't care. But then all the new people coming in have been through 5 landscapers in the past 3 years. Well, it's not the landscapers, it's the person's fault. They're very picky and they're looking to, it's almost like refinancing a house. They're refinancing their landscaper, trying to get the cheapest price every single year in and year out.
Yeah, exactly.
Jack's from Canton, Massachusetts. Subscriber for a few months.
Cool. Yeah, we appreciate
it. Thanks for
We've been getting a ton of new people. I feel like we're past 3,500.
I
think today. So we're 500 away from 4,000. It's been crazy. I feel like we were just at 1,000. Here we go. 7-3 question. We love these ones. Mauricio says, off topic, what will you look for when buying F550 7.3 with 200,000 miles? So we do have that video on what to look for kind of when buying it. So if you want a really in-depth detail, definitely check that out if you haven't already. But just short.
When did you make that one?
That was when we did the white truck.
That was like
we
a
just
month
said
ago?
kind of what to. So it's a few videos back. But right off the bat, I mean, you should keep an eye on the rust, see what it looks like. Check the engine for blow by. I mean, that's a telltale sign of how worked hard the motor has been. Look for leaks, obviously. Drivability issues. Does it drive straight? Does it pull one way? Does it drive like the front end's about to fall out? Something like that. Just your general overview. Make sure it goes down the road. Make sure it starts up cold. All of that sort of stuff. It's just all basics. That's the good thing about a 7.3 is that it's very basic. And if there is something wrong, I mean, it's got to be catastrophic for the thing to not drive. So
we took apart a 7.3 today, completely stripped the truck down, took the cab off. I mean, it was rotted out to death. It was a plow truck for its whole life.
Yeah.
Took the cab off, took the bed off. We saved the engine, transmission, transfer case, the front and the rear end, and the wheels. We're selling them for parts because they're in decent shape, but the rest of the truck was shot.
Yeah.
We took the computers out and whatnot in the fuse box. But we took it apart, and it's really not that hard to get these trucks apart.
Yeah.
If you're mechanically inclined, you can do brakes as easy pretty much on any vehicle, but brake Brakes is easy. Brake lines are easy.
Yeah.
Cables for the shifter. I mean, all that stuff is generic throughout the Ford series trucks. But I mean, yeah, check for blow by. You'll know right off the bat what the internals of the motor kind of look like.
Yeah.
And then you can build around it if it's rust free. But definitely check our video out on that.
Yeah. And when we say rust free, we mean like relatively rust free.
Yeah.
Obviously in New Jersey, it's hard to find like with something with any rust. It's really hard unless it came from another state. But you're just looking for something that doesn't have like the whole half of the motors like crumbling apart and stuff, and the whole half of the body. But absolutely, typically the customers the cause, not the landscaper, unless they stoop to the $20 guy. Yep, 100% agree with that. We do.
There's people in town here that always recommend this one kid, and everybody started at that point, but this kid must have 500 lawns with the amount of referrals he gets. And we just know for a fact because a couple people, I guess, weren't happy with his service or he wasn't on time. I mean, he's still balancing school and everything, which is good for him. But our price was double what he was charging. So, I mean, he's obviously a high school kid. He doesn't have insurance. He's doing what we did back in the day, which is good for him for hustling. But they're all calling him because they know his price is half off of what one of the landscapers in our area would be. He's probably making good money, but at some point he's going to have to form an LLC and get insurance. I mean, that goes for all the new guys that are around here. But Jonathan and Longboy are checking out.
Sounds good.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, we'll try and do these lives a little bit more frequently.
Yeah, even if they're a little bit shorter. I know we used to go like 2 hours. I don't think we're going to make it there tonight. Yeah. Just doing a quick, just to get some discussion going.
Yeah. Basically, the whole point of this was to talk about getting outbid. It sucks. It's part of the business. Right now, for the next week or two, not too much side work planned. It's just the weekly lawn cuts.
Yeah.
And then we're just tinkering with some trucks and stuff, keep some cash flowing in. But we've been outbid the past 3 weeks on 3 really, really big hardscape jobs. It was a bummer.
Yeah.
They were looking for a fourth of our price, and the fourth of our price is what the cost of the materials is. So
it's not possible.
That's not possible at all.
Even if we wanted to work for free, we couldn't.
Yeah.
We'd be losing money.
Yeah. If YouTube will pay us $50,000 a month, we'll do everything for free.
We'll work for free. We'll work for free just to get a video. No, joking.
I mean, whoever's watching, we priced out a job. It was a very, very big patio, and it was a very, very big front step renovation. Where his old railroad ties had to be ripped out. New steps. They were trying to get down from like 18 steps with railroad ties because they're only 5.5 inches thick, and the standard step is 8 inches. So we were able to eliminate it from 18 steps down to 13, I think.
Yeah.
With some walking platforms with pavers up for the next step. I mean, this dude had like step after step after step after step. And we had it all drawn up that we were able to do like 3 steps and then a platform and just to stretch it out a little bit. And I think the price for the patio and the steps, it was like $35,000 for everything. And he was looking for half that. And the materials alone were somewhere around 15, I think, for everything.
Yeah. So
like, there's no way we could do it and make $2,000 profit on a job that's going to take us over a week.
Yeah, there's no way.
It's just crazy. People don't, I mean, if they want to go to Home Depot and buy the stuff there, they can do it themselves. But just a little bit of a rant here. That's this live. Everyone can rant in, throw your comments in. Not everybody's a bad client. All of our clients are wonderful. We got our list down to everybody. If you're on our client list, you're there for a reason because they respect our service and we respect them, and they all pay on time. Yeah. And we just don't have time to chase money anymore and deal with the people that are a pain in the butt. So.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see, you got a new comment in. Did we read the great live? Keep up the good work. Did we see?
No.
Caddy Ron says, great live show. Keep up the great work. Love the videos. Thanks. Sounds like you're heading out too.
Yeah, but thanks for tuning in. Keep comments on videos.
The videos are definitely going to keep rolling out. We got a lot of them. Caroline Outdoor says, Near 80% of my new customers are new home buyers that understand they are going to spend money, yet the other 20% have 2014 prices in their head.
Mhm.
Yep, it always seems too that when we get these new people in their house, they understand that they got to put some money into the house to fix it. But then there's also, on the other side of the token, there's people who move into the house and they're penny pinchers and they're trying to save every bit, which yeah, they probably just bought an expensive house and trying to save a few bucks can get by. But yeah, it kind of goes both ways there. We've seen
Caddy Ron's sticking on.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, we priced out a job mid-February, I think it was, for a guy and his family. They just bought a brand new house. It was built in like December, I think, and it was just all dirt. He was looking for a patio, walkways to the patio, front walkway. He needed like, I don't even remember. It was sod versus seed.
Yeah.
It was like 160 yards of topsoil. And we priced him on the low end just to try and get the job.
Yeah.
And didn't hear a thing from him. Never responded, nothing. We reached out to make sure he got the bid, let us know what he thought. And he said, yeah, we're going to go with someone else. Somebody else. We went on the very, very low end of like our normal pricing just to get the job because it was such a large project. Almost dipping down to where like someone with no insurance would charge, maybe a little bit higher than that, just to see what would happen. Yeah. And he found someone cheaper. So he probably didn't have his grass growing yet, but that's his problem.
Yeah.
Eden is checking in.
Hey all.
Thanks for tuning into the live. We haven't done one in a while. We had a free night tonight, so it's a good night to do this.
Yeah. Carolina says definitely interesting how the season is going so far. Hopefully, yeah, it's been it's been all right. It's been pretty good, we will say. It's been good. Hopefully it continues to be good, and if not, get better.
Yeah, we knocked out. We were able to start earlier this year than anticipated. Usually the third week in March we start. We were able to start the second week in March. So we got a full 5 days in of cleanups. Knocked all our cleanups out. Jumped onto mulch. I think this Wednesday we're knocking out our last couple mulch jobs out of, I don't know, 40 something mulch jobs we did.
Yeah.
And then weekly services continuing. And as of right now, the side work has come to a halt. Yeah. We have bids that are currently out for some hardscapes, but the side work has come to a halt. We are doing Facebook advertising is not working for some reason. We're not desperate for work. We have enough weekly lawns to keep it going, but we want to work, so we're looking for paver job. We're not looking to max out our lawn route like we did last year.
Yeah.
But we're flipping over a little bit to
hardscapes and
landscapes. And this week, I mean, we're doing like truck repairs. And parting out trucks and some buy and sell stuff, but
it's still profitable work.
Yeah.
It's doing a good job. And yeah, I mean, we're talented in that aspect too, to make it work. So we're doing anything that we can.
And it's still our spring rush is a little bit behind us. It's slowed down. You have the fall rush, which is October, November. September is going to be busy with aeration. So basically it's already the middle of May.
Yeah.
So June, July, August will be the dry months, and pick up some side work as needed. And we'll be busy again in September. Hopefully, so we get some more paver jobs coming in.
Yeah.
Eden said he picked up so much work he's having to sub some out or give it away.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll take some.
Yeah. I mean, give it away is a good thing around here. To an extent, we get a lot of people that want to refer us to, I guess, their client or just someone in general.
Yeah.
And number one, it's either because the client's budget is very low and they want nothing to do with it, or they're just trying to help us out and send us the work, and we go look at it and price it out, and it usually doesn't work out.
Doesn't work. Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Yeah. I feel like on that same like topic, I keep seeing on the Facebook groups, the landscaping groups, about people asking questions about buying accounts and stuff like that. I mean, same thing with referrals or if accounts that they're coming from somebody else. Just from our experience,
don't do it.
It's not good. And I would love to comment on every single one of them and say, really think about it before you buy those accounts for that much money, because it's just, I don't know, it's not good.
Yeah. So we're working on the video where our dad's going to be in it. It's going to be like a introduction to how he came into the business with us,
Yeah.
where he had his own business, and then we bought him out of his business and bought his accounts, helped him sell his equipment. I mean, certain situations, if you can get the equipment for a good deal and the accounts are part of it, it's worth it. If it's just the accounts, unfortunately, I got stuck with my dad's accounts that did not have the correct pricing on them.
Yeah.
And last year was a struggle getting through the year with his prices not anywhere near they should be. And then reconciling them over the winter, we probably only got 40% of his clients back. But reconciling the prices, we got 40% back, priced right, almost compares to having 80% of his clients back at the wrong price. So we're still in a really good spot. It's just
we still didn't make that video either about having less counts this year, but the numbers are there.
Yeah. But if you see accounts for sale, no equipment, in our opinion, don't, unless they're giving them away for free.
Yeah.
It's not worth it because you have to go off of the old company's pricing.
Basically, yeah. If you raise it $5, they'll drop you.
Yeah, because they don't know you.
Yeah.
They don't know your quality of work, and then
it could be so priced off, like that you're buying these accounts basically to drop them.
And we only bought our dad's accounts is because he's had them for over 30 years.
Yeah.
And we've been servicing them. I've been servicing them since I was 3 years old, so 25 years. I've been to some of these people's houses.
Yeah.
And Jim has been there as long as he's could walk too. So.
Yeah. I just want to read the Carolina one too. He said those accounts are normally bottom of the barrel customer door prices, and I agree with that too. From what I've seen too, if you're going to sell an account, why would you sell it if it's making money? If it's making you really killer money, why would selling our accounts would be hard because they're making us good money.
Yeah. Unless you're moving or retiring or something to that effect.
Yeah.
But we had a guy in town last year wanting to sell us his accounts, and he wasn't going out of business. So meaning he was just keeping the good accounts, and he was trying to get rid of the crappy properties that have rocks in them or the crappy customers.
Yeah.
But Caddy Brunt says, is it worth coming to Essex County for hardscape jobs if you stay in your area? We'll go anywhere for hardscape. I mean, our family's from Philadelphia, and I used to go down there in the wintertime because it's so much warmer down there and just do pavers in the wintertime.
Yeah.
It sucked to pay for the fuel back and forth with all the equipment, but I was still profitable when I was doing that. But we'll go.
It's just like buying a truck. If we think it's worth it, we'll drive wherever to get that truck.
Yeah. We're not going to drive to Essex County to do lawn maintenance, but if
exactly.
Anything landscaping, hardscape related, we would totally do
it. Grass Groomers LLC. I'm a small guy with one employee. If I'm making $60 plus an hour, 8 months out of the year, and 25 to 30 man hour the other 4 months, well, that more than enough for me to be happy. But everyone has different goals, and I respect that.
I mean, as long as you're profitable.
Yeah, as long as you're profitable.
You can pay the bills and still have some money left over. That's wonderful. Everybody has different pricing.
Yeah.
We're specifically talking about the guys that are still doing it for 20 to 25 bucks.
Yeah.
A lawn when it should be 60 or 65. As long as if you got someone working with you, you're making $60 an hour, and you're profitable, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Everybody has different expenses too. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Our expenses are very, very high with workers' comp insurance. I think we have like 9 vehicles on the insurance. For vehicle insurance, payroll, all the repair bills for all the stupid trucks.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is just crazy.
Yeah.
But it's part of the business.
It is. It boils down to the numbers.
Yep.
As we've said many times.
And it's still early May too, where it usually takes the first 6 to 8 weeks to get the kinks out of the system and all the equipment. You got to drop a lot of money up front without even making anything for the season, just to get all your equipment tuned up and get going and pay your premiums on your insurances and everything for the first quarter of the year. Federal taxes due. You still might not started work yet.
Yeah. And
you got to pay all that stuff before you even started. So it's a challenge, but it's totally worth it.
Yeah. Grass Groomer says, I've lost people to the non-insured, no business license druggies who try to cut grass, but they always end up calling back after they mess up the yard, and it feels so good to just say no. Yeah,
It does.
yeah, it does. It feels good to, and you don't want to be too disrespectful. You don't want to really be disrespectful at all and rub it in their face and say, "Oh, I told you so." But yeah, simple no.
Yeah.
Sorry, my space is full, or sorry, don't think we're the right fit.
I like telling them, see what you get when you don't go with us, because we're quality. We provide quality work. We had a client last year, 5 years we've had them.
Yeah.
And they said they wanted to try the neighborhood kid out because he was off of school for the summer.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't know how to cut grass, and he put it at 1.5 inches high.
Yeah.
Burned the whole lawn out. She called the next day and said, "I'd like you to come back." I said, "Well, guess what? Now your price is $5 extra a week." She said, "Okay, no problem. I understand." She signed back up and has still been with us.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, in the contract too, it states if you cancel service for any reason, it's a $50 charge to cancel service, because you're taking up one of those spots that could be someone else's spot for the whole season.
Yeah.
So if we have to reroute and now fill your spot up, it's time, it's money, it's effort. So we've done a lot of homework and have rerouted our contracts in the past 6 months going into this season to protect us from all different aspects of clients trying to save money, run the route for us, make our schedule pretty much for the week. We've eliminated all that this year, and it's been working out really well.
Yeah. Carolina says, I'm only 17, so over the past 7, 8 years I've been doing this. It's been nice to scale so quickly since I don't have any recurring bills other than insurance, website, and other business necessities.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's good. It seems like a lot of our viewers are younger, they're high school or college or something along those lines. So that's great. Glad that you're getting there.
Yeah, he's homeschooled. He's able to do his accounts 10 to 13 properties a day, Monday to Thursday.
That's great.
Yeah, so you're making pretty good money. You're way ahead of kids that are your age.
Yeah. And even for the people, so when we say like the neighborhood kid or stuff like that, when we do these lives or these videos, like we're not regardless of who's watching our videos, if there are kids that were in our position, we were there. We're not trying to discourage people or say anything like that when we do consider them the neighborhood kid or something like that, because everybody starts somewhere, and we definitely started somewhere.
We started at the bottom.
Yeah.
And hard work got us to the point where we're at now. We still aren't even anywhere near the top. We're still working our way up.
Yeah.
We know where we came from. We know how hard going out every day and doing this business is, but we're referring to the neighborhood kid that's just looking to make a couple bucks for a month or two, and then he's out because it's not worth it.
Yeah, or even the neighborhood grown-up who's 50 and trying to come in and slice the price in half, and then he's out of business a year later.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We could have 10 more landscapers come in. I've said this a million times, and it won't affect us. It won't affect anyone else.
Yeah.
There's so many properties here
in
North Jersey that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah. Grass groomers LLC. Anybody can cut grass, but there's a huge difference between cutting grass and professional lawn care, which takes years of experience to gain the eye and have the right high-end equipment. 100% agree with that.
I mean, you see people who want to start a landscaping company, younger guys, whatever, mid-20s guys, and they jump out of the truck, they weed whack a stone driveway the wrong way, and they're flinging rocks right up against the house because they have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they're not at the house the next week doing the lawn service because they're not welcome back because they broke a window.
Yeah, or they're flip edging the wrong way and they're shooting all the rocks and stuff.
Or they're shooting the grass into the street and leaving it there. They think high grass to low grass makes money and that's it. But there's a little bit more to that than that. Patty Ron Ward. I've known guys here in Essex County. I've known for years. I hear that they're doing some lawns for $17 up to $30, but he has 6 crews. What are your thoughts on that?
So I feel like we were talking about this the other day, a little bit about going in and doing lawns for $20 or whatever the price may be. What we've heard, I think, is those massive companies or whoever's doing that, they're basically doing those lawns to have those employees on hand for when they need them for other things, or they're running money through that way to have that employee, or just to basically have that aspect of the business be taken care of, because that generates more work in
more work fields. for other categories of the business. But they're also say they are cutting it for $20 a week. Essex County is a little bit smaller properties.
Okay.
But still should be higher than that in our opinion. But I mean, they have 6 crews. They're bringing in so much money a week, but they're also paying out so much a week in payroll for the 6 crews.
Yeah.
But they could be using that money for investment properties or something else.
Yeah.
And they're just taking that money, running it around to an investment property, using those employees on a little bit of a bigger landscaping job.
Yeah.
But that's still not enough money to even turn the key in the truck and pull up to the house.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
And then even if they are doing it that way and they're doing a good job, it's hard to get to that point. It takes a lot of time to get to that point, and it takes a lot of people.
I mean, the amount of phone calls we get just from the local groups on Facebook, seeing the truck and trailer, we could have 300 lawns priced at $30 a week.
Yeah.
We totally could. And we could be that guy in Essex County running 6 crews. But we don't want to, because we know our numbers. We know what we have to charge to be profitable. We don't want 300 lawns that aren't priced correctly.
Yeah.
So we just pick and choose which ones make sense to fit our route, and then which ones could possibly lead to more work on the property.
Yeah. And then it's hard also to get a person to be able to help you do that.
Yeah.
An employee, but then also it's hard to get an employee who cares. They're never going to care as much as you do.
Yeah.
So
and we couldn't even find an employee if we wanted to.
Yeah. Maybe they will care as much as you do, but it's hard. It's hard to find somebody, that person who puts as much pride into doing what you want to do, because they're working for you. It's not their company.
Yeah, we'll read some more here. Carolina says, absolutely. People have to start somewhere. You just got to quickly learn the ropes of prices and work quality.
Yeah.
He gets categorized as the 17-year-old by potential clients when he advertised, but never due to word of mouth.
Hey, we still get categorized as the younger.
Yeah.
Sometimes people think that we're young, like really young.
That's why I grew some facial hair. So when people see me outside, they don't think I'm a young kid anymore. I'm still young, but I mean, I don't want people think whatever. I mean, it is what it is.
Don't let that affect you.
Yeah.
Just keep doing your quality. It seems like you're off to a great start. So
just keep doing what you're doing.
We're really happy to hear that.
Burns is here. What's up, Brandon and Renee? Probably Brandon watching.
Yeah.
Good to see you on here. This is just a pop-up live that we decided to, around 2 o'clock today, we said, let's just jump on real quick tonight.
We got some people coming in. Good guy, landscaping, checking in. Love the content, been following since I saw you on Brian's lawn maintenance video. Oh, wow. I didn't know we were on. Were we on?
We were?
Which video was that?
Yeah, I don't think we were.
I don't think we were.
Be cool. I don't know.
Yeah. If you could let us know what video that was, I'd like to watch it.
Yeah, me too. We watched most of their videos.
We watched them.
It's a great channel. I fell in love when they bought the 19 Classic.
Oh yeah. We're not done with that yet. Don't worry.
That's not going anywhere.
That's getting a little bit. It needs a water pump right now. We're trying to get it to the point where we can drive it reliably.
Not down the street, to go to the grocery store, but that we could drive it to truck shows that are local.
Yeah, exactly.
And or make some more videos with it. It needs the water pump. And
if we get 10,000 views on that video that I posted, I will mount the tow hitch to it and we'll pull the trailer for 10,000 views. If you can tell your friends,
jeez,
we'll actually put it on the trailer and tow it.
Some of the guys are on payroll. Some he pays cash. The lawns in Essex County, some of them are huge.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know what that guy would be doing there with $17 to $30 lawns.
Yeah. I don't know. That doesn't even make sense.
Is Grizzly Grizz Mike?
Yeah, that's Mike.
Mike will come work for us.
Yeah,
but
Mike,
he's moving to Maryland, I heard.
Yeah. He's moving back to Maryland.
Maybe it was older than that. Either way, super cool. Only 20 horsepower. Is that the truck?
Oh yeah. So actually, we were mistaken. It is 40 horsepower. We had the wrong model.
Yeah.
We called it a Model T, but it's a Model A.
Because the guy that sold it to us marked it down as a Model T on the listing.
Yeah, and we didn't know because we've never seen one before.
Me and Renee are both tuning in. Cool. Good to see you guys. We haven't talked in forever.
Yeah.
I talked to him yesterday.
You were 18. It was like a meetup he did in the parking lot where everybody.
That was the video with everyone had their snowplow setups. That wasn't us.
Yeah, we weren't in that.
Maybe we looked like someone in there.
And an intro on who they were.
Yeah, they're up in Michigan.
Yeah, I don't think we were in that.
No,
I know the video you're talking about because we've seen it.
We're in North Jersey, so that wasn't us. But thanks for watching.
Maybe did we comment on the video?
Maybe we.
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. You were 18. No, that wasn't us.
Oh yeah, no, we're not 18.
They all went to a diner.
I'm 23 and he's 28.
They went to all eat lunch. All the different crews. They were going over the snow setups for the winter.
Oh well, regardless of how you got here, we're glad that you found us. So
Grass Groomers was going to sharpen his blades, but now he's 2 beers deep, still sitting here.
Yeah.
Speaking of 2 beers, I could use a beer. We also need to sharpen the blades.
Yeah.
Our dad got done with the day and said that the Ferris is cutting like crap, and it needs new blades or sharpened or whatever. And we haven't had time to check it in the past. I don't know. We checked it before last week.
Yeah.
But we've just been so busy up until this week that we didn't have time to check the blades, I guess.
Yeah. Seems to be the common theme this time around here. There's not enough hours in the day. Just got done the bumpiest yard ever with 100 stumps to go around. You go back and ask for more money. That's a touchy one.
That's tough. If you and the client agreed on a price before you did it, you might, just from experience, just bite your tongue and get the money for what you charged and then try to raise it.
Yeah. I mean, from all last year, we knew the prices weren't right.
Yeah.
And we, unfortunately, we
just
kind of bit our tongue to get through. We had a few that we had to drop. Yeah. There was just no choice. I mean, we were losing money going there, and that's just not an option.
Yeah.
Others we were making a little bit not where it should have been, but yeah, the best thing I think is just to bite your tongue and kind of get through it until you have a good chance to renegotiate the contract and send them a new one.
Yeah. But it's also your company. You can do whatever you want. That's the best thing about being self-employed is you make the rules, you make the decisions, you make the pricing, you make the scheduling.
Yeah.
And nobody else can.
Let's see. Keep on the good content and you guys will grow. Awesome. People, don't stop. Don't worry, we're not stopping. Yeah. We got a lot of videos, but we appreciate that.
Appreciate the support.
Yeah.
We have a lot of videos saved. You'll notice Jim does all the editing and everything, so my hair might be a little bit longer in some of the videos coming up because it was before my haircut.
Yeah.
Same thing with Jim. We're just we're filming as much content as we can and saving it on the SD card just to keep it going in case the lawns dry up in the summer. We're a little bit slower. We still have some stuff to go off of.
Yeah. Let's see.
He says it's okay.
Well, regardless, I'm glad. Yeah, that's good.
Cool. Thanks for coming across the page and checking into our live. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Mike says most handsome landscaping company east of the Mississippi.
Thanks, buddy.
That could be our dude.
Only if it's a job that requires more materials like mulch. Other than that, maybe just adjust for next cut at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Agree with that.
Yeah, exactly.
He mowed it all of last year. He feels like he's losing his shirt on it, thinking it's time to renegotiate. Yeah, we love using Google Maps or Yardbook to scope out the square footage, go off of what we have price per acre, and then take it from there depending on the obstacles. And I guess 100 stumps is quite a bit of weed whacking. So
yeah,
you'll have to add to that and go from there and see where you're at.
Yeah. Let's see.
Dave's Lawn Services.
Dave's Lawn Service. How do you guys tell customers you increase your prices for lawn maintenance? So at the beginning of this season, we sent out our new contracts for the 2023 lawn maintenance season, and we wrote a letter that was like a generic letter with the customer's name on the top, whoever it was, and we said, due to just the current state of fuel prices rising up, insurance prices rising up, wages and everything.
Expenses,
just we kind of listed it's just the generics, and then we said we're forced to do prices to raise them to stay profitable.
Yep. At the beginning of the season with existing clients, any new clients come on, we don't apologize or give them a reason why the price is so high. We just give them the price, and if they like it, great. If not, on to the next one.
Yeah, and then we just kept it short and sweet that we're raising the prices and that we hope to get their business back. So
then Dave says, do you use fertilizer? We do not do any pesticides, fertilizer, spraying. We do not do any of that. Maybe in the future, who knows? But as of right now, not really on the radar.
Yeah.
And then Brandon says, what mower of yours is currently getting the most use?
The Ferris, probably.
This is funny that we were tuning up the Ferris 2 weeks ago, changing the hydro fluid with the filters and the we didn't have to change the oil. We just had to change the filter because they have like the oil guard filter where you go 500 hours. Well, that machine has 400 hours and it's on its 4th season. That's crazy. Just think of that.
I know.
The Walker got 500 hours in its first season last year alone. So we're putting 100 hours a year on the Ferris, and the Walker got 500 hours. And we flipped it around already this year. That with we got the grass flap, right? The quick shoot.
I don't know. That's a quick shoot, right?
That we got the quick shoot, and we are using the Ferris on 80% of the lawns.
Yeah.
We still need the Walker to get into the 48-inch gates for a couple pool areas. But we're zipping them with the Ferris now. Trying to put the hours on the Ferris a little bit more and not as many. I mean, this Walker would be toast in probably 3 seasons with how many hours we were putting on it.
Yeah.
Just flipping the script a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. We need it for leaves, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost time for beer. I feel that it's a Monday night. Maybe towards the end of the week.
Time's been flying already, dang.
It's March, not March, it's May 15th. Crazy.
Bumpiest yard. Yes, renegotiate that. Kodiak Wild tuning in.
Mm-hmm. We'll go for another 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, that's fine. Right about an hour or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, once again, this was just like not a rant. We rant a lot in our videos about some of the stuff being not made right anymore. The point of this video was people are not signing up for side work.
Yeah.
We're having weekly clients want to do their own cleanups and their own mulch, and typically all the stuff that we used to do for them. But and all the new clients are just wanting lawn maintenance, and that's it. And they want it bi-weekly, and we don't do that. But speaking of made, but the stuff they're making nowadays is on the 1930 Model A Ford that we made a couple videos on. You check the oil in that thing, the dipstick is probably 1.5 pounds of all metal.
Yeah.
The dipstick for checking the oil.
It's probably an 1/8 inch, right?
Yeah, it's thick and it's heavy.
Yeah.
That's how they made it 93 years ago. But now you check the oil on like a new dipstick we got sent for one of our 7.3 diesels is different than the dipstick they were making 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's half as wide and half as thick. It's almost like it's thinner than a piece of paper to put it in terms.
Yeah. You can snap it in half.
But the dipstick on that 1930, you pull it out and it's got some weight to it.
Yeah.
So they just don't make stuff like they used to, but they're charging for it. So it's crazy. Tough times we're living in for sure.
Yeah.
We were texting the other day, and it's just side work is kind of coming to a halt already.
Yeah.
Caddy Ronnie from Bloomfield. Good evening, brothers. Just stopping in for the support. I'm working solo, so I'm about to do my last property of the day.
Oh wow. What time zone are you in? I guess, because it's 8 o'clock here.
It's still light out. There are some companies that work till 8 o'clock around here. It's crazy.
Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the support.
A pullback is happening. Money's getting tighter for some. Extra always getting cut out in times like this.
Yeah.
Yep.
This stuff is not a necessity. Not all of it.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that's a lot. Majority of the side work is definitely not a necessity. Getting a new sidewalk may not be a necessity for someone. So they might not. That's why we're seeing that.
The grass is going to grow, so people need people to cut the grass.
Yeah.
But
unless you just, I mean, it's stewardship to cut your grass.
Yeah.
It is. It's just the right thing to do. Unless you're letting it get 2 feet high. I mean, that's just, nobody likes the neighbor that does that. Let's see. I'm running Hustler Trim Stars now with quick shoots and Bradley mowers, Sulky with casters. I've got a 54, 248, and a 36. I'm in love with them for our hilly, wet, and half-acre ones. Nice.
Quick shoot is a game changer.
Yeah, it's been great.
I do not know how we went this long without one. But now that we have it on the Ferris, we're cutting spots that we would normally not cut the Ferris with, or we'd have to turn it the other way when we're turning around.
Yeah.
He's in our time zone. Yeah, so he's wrapping up at 8 o'clock.
Oh, nice.
That's a long day. I think they're talking next to each other.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
I think the only thing we can do is try to run super lean and see what happens. Bank every penny. That's all you can do right now. I mean,
it's tough. We
were looking into a new 61 Skag along with a windstorm and an aerator. And at this point, the 61's not happening this year. We just don't need it. We reconciled our lawn prices and chopped the list in almost half. And then the windstorm is probably going to happen in the fall. Still up in the air with that. Hopefully we can find a used one. I don't know. But we're not financing anything else for a while.
Yeah. We got to get an aerator at some point.
Yeah, we'll buy a used one just to get through the first season.
Yeah, they're talking to each other. Dave's Lawn Service. What height do you guys cut at? No, it depends for properties. What do you say, 3 1/4 to 4?
They even higher. I mean, 3 1/4 all the way up.
Sorry,
to,
three. I meant 3 3/4. I'm sorry.
It depends. Some we have out of 75, 78 properties. I think we have 4 bi-weeklies. And they've been with us for over 10 years. So they're just staying bi-weeklies, they're priced properly. Some of them are at 3, just because it's whatever. It's a bi-weekly account. Most properties are 3 3/4 to 4, somewhere around 2, 3.5 for some of them. It just depends.
Yeah.
The Sheffield even offers 0% anymore. Last I checked, interest rates were ridiculous. They do. They still offer 0% for the walker mowers. The new ones are still 0%. Anything, I mean, I'm just going off of the dealer that we use. Skag, all their brands of mowers are 0% through Sheffield, but their trailer loans, we have the one trailer loan was like, we paid it off really quick. It was like 10% or 12% through Sheffield for some reason, even with really, really good credit scores. And then it seems like more of the maintenance equipment is 0% interest. But trailers and other stuff. Nuts. Yeah. They didn't offer it for when we bought the trailer last 2 years ago.
I feel like every time we see a trailer come up on Facebook, we're just like, damn, we could buy that. It'd be like, it's cheaper than a shed, and it's cheaper than a storage unit. And it rolls. I don't know. It's just, but the prices are insane.
Well, Brandon and Renee just bought an almost new trailer down by us, or down south of us.
Oh.
And I forget what you guys paid, but it was way less than a new one goes for. And someone posted on Facebook recently a brand new 8.5 by 20 trailer, same one we have that we paid, I think $12,000 for 2 years ago. They want $22,000 for the same thing. They didn't change anything. It's literally a carbon copy of what we have sitting outside here. So yeah, inflation is in full effect.
Yeah. What do you say? You want to wrap it up?
He'll do a couple more minutes.
A couple more minutes.
See if we get any more questions.
We had a really good turnout tonight. We had a lot of questions and a lot of chats.
We did a pop-up live like 4 to 5 weeks ago. I think we only had, it was last minute. We only had a few people come on. But we caught everyone at a good time at the end of Monday, I guess.
Yeah. We had some new faces kind of show up too. It was good.
Yeah, they were coming up. They were going to grab lunch.
Oh, yeah. That would have, yeah.
They were coming up 95.
Yeah.
He's
going to
going
make the jump from open to enclosed this winter. 8.5 by 20 homesteader Hercules with rubber floors.
That's a good jump. We see a lot of companies around here with open trailers, and you can fit more on open trailers because you can let your handles
hang over
or your trimmer racks or whatever. But an enclosed trailer, in my opinion, if you have the spot to put it, it's a rolling billboard. Once you put your decals and your letters on it, your phone number, it's advertising for you just by going to work.
Yeah.
And we get calls all the time. Hey, you're at my neighbor's property. Hey, I saw you down the street. Hey, I saw you parked at Home Depot. Whatever. I'm looking for a price for this or this. And it's just because we spent the money to put our phone number and logo on the side of our trailer.
Yeah.
So it's just a rolling billboard.
And then you don't have to cover your stuff. You can leave it outside.
Yeah.
Because it's already covered.
But it all depends where you're at. If you're starting out, you don't need an enclosed trailer. If you only have a couple pieces of equipment, you can run them into the garage at night and it's no big deal, or cover them up. At some point, if you have a chance to get an enclosed trailer, definitely go for it. And you're trying to expand your business, decal it, put your letters on it.
Yeah.
I think you should tow your trailer with the city car.
We could try that. I don't think it would do
We'll sum it up that giant yellow POS is sitting outside my house and it won't drive forward because
the belt's broken.
It needs a new belt.
Burnt. Yeah.
So we have this eyesore sitting in the middle of our lawn, and my wife is not too happy about that.
Yeah. I couldn't get it back into the under the deck.
We want to just go put your feet up on the deck on Mother's Day and look out the window, and there's this giant yellow banana in the middle of the yard. We'll wrap this
on that
up.
note, though, before we wrap up, the Bronco is going for sale.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to buy the Bronco, I'm thinking about. I posted on Facebook. It got like 5,000 views in like 2 hours. I took it down. Had a lot of people wasting my time already. I'm gonna probably just put it for auction and let it go for whatever it goes for, because it's just sitting here, it's taking up a spot. And right now I don't have the time to finish it up or do anything with it. But maybe I'll make a video about that.
Brandon says put a mulch bed around it. Well, first we're gonna dig a hole about 4 feet wide by 4 feet tall and put the car in the hole and then put mulch on top of it.
Yeah.
So we don't see it anymore.
Make a chicken coop.
But we're gonna we'll wrap this live up. Thank you guys. It was a bigger turnout than we thought. We'll try and do this again maybe towards the end of the week or maybe early next week. But hope everyone has a good night and we'll talk to you.
All right.
Thanks for everyone for commenting and checking in. Have a good night.